vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Karikou and P.T. Martinique. I think that's the right way to say it, you know?
Where you go?
Time check for you, 1 minute past 7 o'clock. Let's head over to the phone lines to start our morning prayer. Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to the nation. This morning, Lord, I stretch my hands to thee, no other help I know but you. And if you draw yourself from us, this hour, Lord, where thou shall we go? This morning, Lord, I give you thanks for putting each and every one of us, all you children, to bed. I thank you for waking up each and every one, especially those who are lucky. This morning, the school children I bring before you, I lift them up to you this morning. Father, pass by every schoolhouse this hour, blessed Lord, look over them. The teachers I bring, the principal is in your hand. The security this hour, Lord, take charge and control over each and every one. Do them, the body, every good. This morning, Lord, I ask in you, Master, to have mercy. Father, mercy I ask, and mercy is my total plea. Father, remember the Prime Minister this morning, Lord. Father, what could I tell you what you don't know? Father, look down upon him with pity and compassion. My God and my King, this morning, Lord, look over that son. Father, guide him and protect him this hour, Lord. Father, do for him what he cannot do for himself this morning, blessed Lord. Father, you are the maker of each and every one of your children. We are your sheep in the pasture, Lord. All the ministers I bring before you this hour, blessed Lord. The opposition party I bring before you. Dr. Kid by name and by number. Reach out and touch that son wheresoever I locate. Guide him and protect him this hour. Bless him if thou be so pleased. Remember ministers I bring before you, both male and female, they are in your hand. Father, guide them and protect them. Father, bless them. It might be small as a mustard seed, but cherry blessing unto each and every one. This morning, blessed Lord. Father, the entire force. Father, the entire force, Lord. Father, the entire of Grenada, Lord. Remember it this hour, blessed Lord. Remember it this hour, blessed Lord. Remember Karikou, remember P.T. Martinique. Father, have mercy on that country and on that village and on that parish. Remember them, Lord. Remember the entire force. Remember our police station. Remember each and every one, those on duty and those out of duty. Father, you know the trial and you know the tribulation. You know what they're going through this hour, blessed Lord. But I'm asking you to guide them and to protect them, Lord. The SSU is in your hand. Father, there is time the road is rough for them. In a time like now, Lord, I know you is able, Jesus. There is nothing you cannot do for them. Remember them, Lord. Remember all workers here and everywhere. Remember the boat on the ocean. Remember the plane in the air. Remember the fishermen. Remember the coast guard. This our Lord. Father, in the going, Lord, go with them. Bless them. This our Master. Guide and protect them. This our Jesus. You know everything about them. Father, remember the sick and afflicted one, those that cannot help themselves. Not forgetting Miss Jacob this morning, Lord. Pass by the home where she dwelling, not she alone, but each and every one of them. Remember them in the doors of mercy. Father, wish you would make us strong, and she strong, make us strong. That is our blessed Lord. Remember that one servant, Lord. Remember those that cannot help themselves. Those on the hospital bed, pain rackle mortal body. When it's day, they cry for night, and when it's night, they cry for day. Remember those preparing themselves for the operation table. I ask you, Master, to guide the doctor, able to do what he's supposed to do in spirit and in truth. The maternity ward, those in child, but I ask you for safe deliverance for each and every one. Father, remember the bosses, Lord. Remember the driver, the conductor. Oh, God, this our blessed Jesus. What could I tell you about your country, Lord? Father, the folk in the country, Lord. Father, the entire of the country, this our blessed Jesus. Remember it this morning, Lord. Remember them this morning, Lord. Pass by each and every one. Those that cannot see, thank you, Lord. I'm thanking you for them this morning. Have mercy on each and every one of them this morning. Mr. Andre, I bring before you, Lord. Remember that son this morning, blessed Lord. Remember that son, Jesus. Pass by whom this our Lord. Remember him in a mark and special with whom you lean unto him. Father, guide it and protect it, Lord. The earth spring of his body this morning, Lord. Reach out and touch them wheresoever they locate. Guide them and protect them. His staff I bring before you this our Lord. The one who opened the radio station this morning. I bring that son before you, Lord. And I lift him up to you. Father, I ask in your master to sharpen it and chin towards that son. Give him the health and give him the strength. Help him to endure up to the bitter end. This our blessed Jesus. Remember all the other stuff I bring them before you, each and every one, both male and female. Father, they all is in your hand. The four canna in that radio station, even the Bungden Center, the Chaplain and the door, the entire of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. Lend them the broom of salvation to sweep that place and sweep it clean. My God and my King, this our Lord. Remember St. Patrick, Lord. Father, remember that place, this our blessed Jesus. Have mercy, this our Master. My village and my people, this our blessed Lord. What could I tell you what you don't know concerning each and every one of them, this our Lord? I only want to thank you for each and everything you have done unto us, this our Lord. My God and my King. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pasture. He leadeth me beside still water, he restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley, through the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. But thou art made thy rod and thy staff to comfort me. Thou prepare my table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head, all my cup and it's over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, what's the morning?
Not too bad.
All right.
Everything going good?
Yes, man. For the time I can complain.
All right.
Yes. Okay, then pleasant day.
You too.
All right.
Bless. 8 minutes past 7 o'clock, Grenada. Old close, good morning. Locking it down, boy, you ain't saying nothing. Let me say good morning to my good friend Ray Mitchell, my good friend Caroline and family. Have yourselves a blessed day. People locking it down via the YouTube. What's up? Are you good? People locking it down via the website and the tuning app. Have yourselves a wonderful morning. Therefore, to big up my good friend Spice Ram inside of New York. We Noise Radio always locking it down as well.
With everybody scrambling.
Remember, it's Political Wednesday. My good friends inside of St. Mark's, good morning to you guys.
Swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do.
Watch them.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
9 minutes past. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be back after this.
Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Step inside, immerse your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
It's more football action this Friday as the Spice Boys take on Team St. Lucia. Friday, March 10th, 7 p.m. Again at the Fun Recreation Ground. It's the Spice Boys versus La Haquita Rangers FC. And on Sunday, March 12th at the Victoria Park in Grenville at 4 p.m. It's the Spice Boys versus La Haquita Rangers FC. Admission to all these games, adults $15 and kids $5. Come support our Spice Boys as they get ready for the March 24th showdown versus the USA in a CONCACAF Nation League fixture. Come support your team. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water and the Grenada Bottling Company Limited.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Certez, to your home, vehicle and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
Remember at 7:20 we got the weather coming up.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say.
Gemma Warwood, good morning to you. And Andrews, have yourself a special day. Adrian Watts, Antonito. We got an interesting show in stores for you guys this morning. You know the thing, we have to pay with little bills. We have to do the do. Because when we start, there's no stopping us.
Wolf in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Bisca inside London, England, good morning to you guys. Kit Sylvan, good morning. Mr. Lennox, what's up?
Say when you're talking.
I like to try and say good morning to everybody as much as I can, you know. Pat Kip, good morning to you too.
Be careful.
Peter Andrews. It's real, it's 91.9, 91.5 on the radio dial. Niceness in the morning. Political Wednesday. Hey, my good friend Fat Man George, what go on? Yeah, man.
We have to prepare.
Yes, brother, there was a next fire last night inside of St. Mark's. I don't know where all these fires in them are coming from. You're like somebody catching the place on fire. Or what? I hope there is no more. I heard there was one inside of Grandance as well too. Fire. I don't know, they blazing down the place. Got to call in Kippleton for them. 15 minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's head over to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Go right ahead.
Morning to you, morning to the nation. I read from the Word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us, and not ourselves.
I think we lost the call. Please call back, Gemsticks. Please call back. I don't know what happened there. Call back. I apologize for that. You know, man made equipment. Things happen. It's real.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. When you're moving, which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Good morning again, folks. As we head over to the phone lines, we're talking to Cassia Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday, 8th March 2023. Presently at the airport, conditions are fair and slightly hazy. Winds are from the east-northeast at 12 miles per hour. Pressure 1013.1 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature 25.7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 29.2 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 25.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall at the airport, hence the total for the month remains at 83. Looking at the public forecast, valid for today and tonight, The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, with few isolated showers becoming fair by evening. Today's maximum temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 10:30 a.m., high at 4:45 p.m. Sunset today 6:18, sunrise tomorrow 6:20. Again, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, with few isolated showers becoming fair by evening. From the Met Office, I am Kessia Johnson.
Thank you very much. All right.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Certez, to your home, vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Scissors.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Scissors.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Scissors. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Surtees in the Kweze. Dr. Guerrero, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, and vaginal warts, hernias, C-section. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. They're in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Dr. Santos, an oncologist who specializes in cancer treatment, a general practitioner, family doctor, will be joining Dr. Guerra in the not-too-distant future. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352. That number again, 423-3352. Put your health first.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-Car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrives. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say, the new driver cannot drive.
And NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status.
Holy Willie.
Morning one, morning all. Morning to all the listeners of Real FM and all Real FM platforms. Real Expressions for Wednesday, 8 March 2023, Political Wednesday, where we speak on issues that affect us politically. Grenada is still my constituency, Igwe. Real FM is my parliament, and I'm the people's spokesman. Continue to be blessed by the ancient of days. Igwe, today is a very special day in the annals of the world. Women's Day, World Women's Day. And big up to all the women, because all your future bright. The cradle of the world and so on, and we know the part women play in the development of the country, in development of the home, in development of the children. And the good book done ordain women and give them their role. They have to be the one to train and to bring up the young ones. So bless Women's Day to all the women of Grenada, and by extension, the world. So we have a special caller to speak a bit on Women's Day. So morning caller.
Good morning to you.
Happy Women's Day. Oh, bless Women's Day to you.
Women's Day.
Mr. Carl. Well, thank you so much.
The floor is now yours.
And yes, thank you, Mr. Carl. And and to your facilitators on your end. I'm not sure who is there with you
The
this morning.
Igwe.
Okay, so good morning, Igwe.
Morning.
And a pleasant good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Special good morning to all of the women of our Tri-Island state and to women wherever you are listening on the digital platform. A special good morning. I know today is Political Wednesday, and quite rightly so. But I want to take us on a topic that goes beyond politics, that goes beyond reality, but also has a heavy political flavor. And so today, International Women's Day, the theme is Digit All, ALL, digit everybody, innovation and technology for gender equality. We know that this has been a global issue, the equality, the gender inequality in the world, and countries have looked at ways that they can bring equality, and our government, our party when in office, did its bit to promote that kind of equality through the Ministry of Social Development and Gender, whatever it was, gender issues, whatever it was. And over the years, efforts have been made, but there's still significant evidence of that divide, and it is very, very evident in the digital world. I mean, it is the digital world is it is controlled by males, and it's not that we have a problem with that. Let the males fly, let them succeed, but that situation is leaving our women way, way, way behind. So the first thing I want to do is to encourage our women to pursue the learning of digital skills and to embrace it, because it can assist significantly in creating awareness, in their education, in them accessing opportunities for themselves, because this is a global topic, and United Nations agencies, I'm sure within this year, will be looking at ways that they can assist women in various countries, various parts of the world. So let us see what is available for us and see how that can transform. And I'm talking about meaningful transformation, the lives of our women. You see, the thing is, when we transform the lives of our women, or we change, or we enhance their lives, then we improve the whole family. The woman can pull the partner along, or the husband along, whatever it is, and of course nurture her children maybe in a better light. And so I want to celebrate the women who have achieved much in the global world and in Grenada. In Grenada, I can think of some women who are heads of very large, very powerful businesses in this country and doing very well. Hats off to you. But also a number of women who are in small businesses, who are forging ahead, working day after day, making a living, whatever it is, whether as farmers, whether as craft persons, whether in the tourism industry, wherever it is, but in the small businesses, women who carry out their jobs with other persons, but carry it out with dignity and pride and achieve much for themselves and achieve much for the business or the entity with which they work. Hats off to all of you women. But also I want to take a moment to commiserate, and that's why I say it goes beyond the politics. The success of our women goes beyond that. But also the disadvantages, the misery of our women goes beyond the politics. And I want to implore to our women, let us stand up for disadvantaged women. Let us speak for them who do not have a voice. And that is why I'm here this morning. So I want to commiserate with the women who have lost their jobs in recent months. And through no fault of this, but through a sort of malicious, vindictive, witch-hunting policy that says, take out everybody that you know is an NNP or that you think is an NNP, get rid of them regardless to what. So all of a sudden, many people in the nation, but I'm singling out women this time, women are the victims of that sort of action where they have lost their jobs, as I said before, through no fault of theirs. I even heard recently of a woman who lost her job. And this is no secret. The labor commissioner, lost her job because she could not, well, let me put it in my own terms, see eye to eye with the staff. She could not agree with the staff. Unceremoniously lost her job. And therefore, I want to empathize with women who have lost their jobs. And it is no secret here that the women in Grenada and Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and I guess this is the same worldwide, many women, a significant percentage, they are single heads of household, which means that they have to find food, they have to find means to take care of their children. And these are the kind of people that you just send home without a conscience, without a second thought. And that coming on top, we have not recovered. The world has not recovered from COVID yet. So the people who are sending these people home, they don't care because they were not around when there was COVID. So sometimes you have to go back a little bit. They were not there. They did not care who died. They did not care who contracted it. They did not care how many man hours we lost in terms of productivity. And they still do not care about what we call long COVID, persons who are still suffering because the situation in the hospital, I understand, is atrocious with a significant deficit in terms of medical supplies. And so I want to call on the government today. Let us deal with that. It doesn't deal with women only, but a lot of women have been affected. And they do so much in our country for the other sex, the other gender, for the men and so on, the boys growing up, for the children, the girls growing up. And so I want to say to this government, have a heart and do not do any more to increase the divide, the separation between the fortunes of men and women, of both sexes, both genders, whatever we want to call it. So, as I said, I want to encourage our women to embrace the theme, which is to get digitized. Because even those who are in small businesses, they too need to learn that they can enhance their business by just being able to market on different websites and so on, and be successful. The other thing the other group of women I want to, and people in general, I want to emphasize with are those who also had their $150 removed, and those who were taken off completely from the list of seed. You know, so the children, if you're taken off from the seed, it is not just the woman who is in charge, it is also her children, because the seed went to the homes to help them to go to school, to help them to get uniforms, to, have a meal when they go to school, or pay the school the little. It's a small pittance that they contribute towards the school feeding program, but nevertheless, it worked for that. So when you take out 150, or you completely remove the whatever amount they were getting, then you are putting the future of these children, of this family, in jeopardy. And very importantly, you're putting the future of the country in jeopardy. We're putting back the educational progress years back. So I don't know what is the aim of the government. I can say what they're thinking. They have not said. They have made a lot of excuses. And I think I heard the minister with responsibility for social development had said that they were going to restore it. But they have not, as far as I know. But to add insult to injury, the women who are still working, who have not been paid, some are still have been marched. Some still have not been paid for January. Some still have not been paid for February. And they're hanging in there. They're going to work, and I said to them, stay there. Demand your money, demand your rights, but stay. Do not walk out on the job, because I think they're doing that to get people frustrated, so they're going to leave the job. But stay there. Let them fire you. Let them add you to the amount of casualties that we've had in Grenada, both men and women. But, I'm just being a little bit of bias today because it's International Women's Day, but especially women. So, my dear brother,
before you go, hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Somebody just messaged me and they implored me to ask you, or read what they say. Can you ask MP Modest about the status with airlines in Canada that pulled back flights from Grenada from August? You have any information on that?
No, I haven't had information. All I can say is that we had a firm commitment with Air Canada, and we also had an assurance from what's that other airline? The one that is linked with Royalton. It doesn't come to mind immediately. However, they gave us their dates when they would be resuming flights, and usually they honor it, and they would have told us if there was any problem. And when they resumed flights, it was because of a pre-arranged agreement, a promise to the new National Party government of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Okay.
So I have not heard the reason why there are problems. And the person, thank you for that question, because I must always remember that having been the last Minister for Tourism from the previous government, the new National Party government, that I have a responsibility to check up a little more on what is happening. So, Brother Carl, and to the nation, I promise you I will check on that, and by Friday, God willing, I will be able to give you an answer on that matter.
All right.
I was about to say that today, International Women's Day, there is an expo organized by the Ministry of Social Services at the Trade Center. I have been invited, and I don't know who else they would have invited, but I think the nation is invited. If persons can go, let us go and see what women are doing in terms of technology to enhance their business or other people's business in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I think that could inspire other women. So those who are in a position to go, I want to encourage them to go. For 3 days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we are in a seminar with some
parliamentary thing.
Parliamentary persons from CPA, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. They're here. They're from UK, and we have that. So yesterday, I asked that as part of our appreciation for women as parliamentarians, that we do a tour. And so that has been incorporated. So this morning at some time, we'll be there looking to see what our women are doing, and I look forward to see what innovations in technology that they have come up with, and I want to encourage everyone. There's a little bit that you can do. I remember, Brother Carl, I don't want to take too much time.
No, go on, man. It's your morning.
But
Women's
I
Day.
remember when computers were introduced to us, and I tried a few times to get used to this password, to this thing with this computer. And I had a lot of frustrations. And at one time I say, you know what? I have a secretary, I ain't bothering, you know. I ain't bothering. If I have to do a letter, let me let the secretary do it. I write it out in longhand, and I ain't bothering. But the more you go, is the more you realize how almost indispensable technology is. And I remember going into an office in the United States, and I wanted to get an appointment. And I met a security guard. Guarding an office, there was nobody inside there except a computer. And he said, go and seek the nearest appointment there. And it's because I could read and write, I was able to just punch and follow instructions. And from that day, I said, never again. So let us not all wait, because I could have walked away without an appointment. You know, he was the security guard. So he was probably could not help me. I'm not sure. I didn't ask him, but I just put it on. I saw on button, I put it on because I had little memories from what I had done. And every day, every now and then, not every day, I try to learn something new. And I bother the young people. Come and show me this. Come and show me that. I guess some of them are tired with me, but I personally don't care if they get tired with me. I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to keep learning. No, you know, it's so much easier to communicate. People send you documents. You can sign the document on your computer, send it back to them. You can print it, sign it, scan it, send it. There are so many things. But even if you are not an MP, even if you're not an executive, there is a role for learning how to use. And the thing is, most of these things that you need to do can be done with a phone. There are some people, executive people, and all they travel with is a phone and not a computer. So that little instrument that we have in our hand, we can do so much without even going to buy anything more with that. I am sure, Brother Carl, there are features in your phone you never use.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of people, well, me included, there are features. Let us explore. Those young people.
I don't savvy like the ego and them, man.
That's right. Ask them how to do it, but we cannot ask them to do it for us every time.
No, we have to learn.
We have to learn. So technology is important. You have a product, you're making some spice thing, some tea bag, something. Take photos, send it out.
And
market it.
Two things, MP.
Tell me.
One, he ain't talk about an event in the arena today?
Yes, that was the next thing. The new National Party is going to be celebrating International Women's Day today in the arena starting at 5 p.m.
But the men could come too?
Well, no, I'm glad you said that. I know in our women's we had two men. There's one in particular, he came to our meetings, he supported our fundraising, and you know, he's commonly known in St. Mark as Manish. He's Ralston Harris. Mm-hmm. But I want to big up that man, especially, who has been there for women. So, men, please do not feel that International Women's Day is about women only, but it's about also the people in the lives of women who enhance their life, who support them in their endeavors. So, men, let's stand up for our women. Let us not continue to perpetuate the divide between both genders, but let us work together, because when we improve women, we improve Grenada, we improve the family, and we can perhaps eradicate a number of the ills that we see in our society.
Okay,
so
MP.
I want to encourage everyone. I know every constituency is going to send a bus. Contact somebody in your constituency to find out. But if you have your own transport,
they could help out, pitch in.
Please come.
Carpool.
Let us be there. Yes. So again, commendations to our women on all that you have achieved. Even if, you know, sometimes we trivialize housework and the person in the house who takes care of everything. But thanks to you mothers, thanks to you big sisters, and everybody, every woman who has made a difference, and to all the men who are supportive of women. Have a blessed day, and let us get digitized. Let us see how that could improve our lives. But the last call I want to make to the government of Grenada, the NDC government, stop the hemorrhaging. Stop vilifying our people. Stop attacking them, our people in general. Stop the malicious sending home of people, because when you send a man home, you attack the home, you know. You attack the woman, you attack the children, you attack everybody. Let us stop it. Grenada is not that kind of place, and that's why I wanted to transcend the politics. And pardon me, because today is, I know, political Wednesday.
No, man, it's all part of the thing, you know.
People who are
it's part of the tapestry.
non-partisan, good people who are NDCites, rise and speak about it. Let us rise and work together to uplift our women. Thank you for that opportunity, and maybe we'll see you by the arena this evening.
Yes, I'm planning to.
God bless.
All right, be
God bless
blessed.
Grenada.
Thank you, MP, and have a blessed day and big up yourself. I have to say a special morning to one of our ardent listeners, Igwe, in the River Valley area, Mimi.
Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi, I know you're listening.
Big
morning.
up, Mimi. Big up, big
yourself,
up, big up.
Mommy. So here goes Igwe. Long live the women of Grenada. Long live Igwe. Long live the women of the Caribbean. Long live. Long live the women of the world. Long live. Long live to the single mothers, Igwe. Long live. Long live to all the mothers of the nation and the women in general. Long live. Igwe, this morning, we just had to give the women the portion.
Yeah.
And we cannot begrudge the women at all for being there. And as the good book says, the women supposed to be not behind the man, you know, not in front of the man, not on top of the man, but side by. You ever call it? Let me take the call and hear what they're saying.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Wago.
I hear you,
Bless Woman's Day to you, man. You contributed in many ways. You help make the world a better place. So the women make the world a better place. Big up to them.
Yes, mister. I don't want to find it from you. Is that
Don't want to. Try to find out.
What I'm trying to find out, I didn't hear nothing about. Perhaps I was the lead, so I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything about the convention. So I want to know who is who and who and who. I don't know if you could do that.
Well, on Friday, I will do that.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, then. And what else? Well, let us
Anything you want to
tell
know, just ask.
Well, let us hail Mr. Houston and Mr. McIntyre, who had that disaster.
Mr. Houston,
Well, it's Mr. Houston's son that involved
gee whiz.
in the
So-
thing in the Morris Bishop Highway there.
So that means I know them people and them. eh?
Both of us, all of us know them. It's people we work with.
That was the fire?
Yes. Huh?
The fire?
No, the accident.
No, there was an accident?
Yeah.
It's very, very hard for us. You understand?
On both sides, we had to show empathy for both set of people.
Yes, you have to show empathy for
And the both gentlemen served with distinction and made the contribution to the RGPF and the nation as a by extension. So we have to, wow. Well, I'll try reaching out to Mr. Houston today
Try
and
reaching
see.
out to him because I had to reach out to him too, but you must try it and tell him.
Rather be, I want the contact for Mr. Houston, if you're listening.
You know that he's the soft person, you know.
Yeah, I know him, man, because about a month ago I met him in St. George's and we had a nice little conversation.
And Mr. McIntyre, Lord.
Yes. He's one of the guys who break me out in training school. I could remember that all the morning. When they went out on the square for PT and Big Mac come rough and tough. And Big Mac said I come here to take prisoners along and I come to bend, straighten, and put all in good shape. So I was a beneficiary of them men and them, so I empathize with them in this situation. So how are you?
There, man, I just there.
Yeah, so we're here today to bring information to the people.
I'm going to call your friend before she said I didn't call her.
Yeah, call her and tell her I say hello.
Okay, then. All the best, eh?
All right, bless, Igwe.
We have a next call waiting on the WhatsApp. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Igwe. Good morning, Master Carl. Master Carl, I want to say...
Don't want to say.
Happy Women, International Women's Day to all the women of Grenada, Caribbean, Pitamatic, and throughout the world. The women played a great part in building of our nation. And when you look at in society, in many homes and throughout the world, you have single parents, which is the women. And Master Carl and Iwi, it's not easy when you are a single parent and then you're working and you don't do anything wrong, but you lost your job because you made that choice. And Mr. Carl, this morning I was here listening to the Shaggy program. I heard Mr. Farisal come and talk about someone from the opposition side trying to divide and bring segregation. But I want to also let him know that what is going on in the country. Like, I know you know, but they plain you know. What happened? They dividing because they recognize that a lot of people support the NMP and they are working, and especially the women, they are sending them home. All right. So when you do that, why you do it? Not divide. You divide it because when people work and they do it and they work and they do not good work, you send them home because they support. Right? They support other party than your party. So what you do, you are dividing, right? And I remember the statement that was made from the operatives who was saying all kind of thing about the churches, right? All kind of churches about the churches. He never come and condemn that they were encouraging he to go about and to say all kind of about the churches. He speak about religion. Again, in NMP never oppose religion. NMP is a party that's what transform a party that want to see everybody benefit. I want to the party of freedom, and that's why they open a lot of radio stations for the people of Greater Calcutta to be free and to voice the opinion of what is going on in the country. And brother Carl and Igwe, I want to say to the Grenadian people, we have to speak up. No, we have a democratic right to speak and to voice our opinion on the thing that we see that is not right taking place in our country. With Grenada, I don't know Grenada change. I know Grenada carry competitive. We are not in Russia. We are not in Korea. So no one should try to hinder someone from saying and to speak it what they see going on in the country. So with the freedom of speech, we have it, but you have to be careful to do it in the right way. And when you hear people talking about division, I want them to check themselves. Check yourself and see what is going on with what the government is doing in dividing people. When you put people under bondage, and people can say and talk what is upon their mind and what they see going on in the country. The Ghanaian people, we Ghanaians, we have to speak, but speak and do it in the right way, in a respectful way. I always say, as patriots, we want to see the country go forward. When things going wrong, we have to talk about the injustice that is going on in the country. So,
all right, have a blessed one. We start up this one with some pace, Igwe. The people calling and vent. We will take a break here, Igwe, and come back.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Surtees, to your home, vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
Ziz's Minimart, located in Montrose St. Patrick, is where you feel all your grocery needs. Looking for a variety of items? Visit Ziz's Minimart. When you spend $100 or more, you can get a chance to win a brand new iPhone 13. Yes, you heard me right. A brand new iPhone 13. Shop at Ziz's Minimart. We're open Monday to Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Fridays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us today, 457-1100. That number again, 457-1100. Come to Ziz's, where you shop more and spend less.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
It's more football action this Friday as the Spice Boys take on Team St. Lucia. Friday, March 10th, 7 p.m. again at the Fun Recreation Ground. It's the Spice Boys versus La Haquita Rangers FC. And on Sunday, March 12th at the Victoria Park in Grenville at 4 p.m. It's the Spice Boys versus La Haquita Rangers FC. Admission to all these games, adults $15 and kids $5. Come support our Spice Boys as they get ready for the March 24th showdown versus the USA in a CONCACAF Nation League fixture. Come support your team. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water and the Grenada Bottling Company Limited.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Epic Marriage Conference is back.
And we're calling all couples, single men and women, to join us.
March 24th through 26th in Grenada. Joining us Friday, March 24th is our guest speaker for the Single Men and Women session, none other than accomplished personal and life coach Stephanie J. Make plans to join Drs. Jason and Tanasha Gray and their guest speakers for an event you don't want to miss.
Meet us down at Gateway Conference Center, Point Celine, St. George's. Tickets are on sale now.
Contact us at 449-5872 or 459-8567. Tickets can be purchased at Grenadian Optical, branches located at Melville Street, St. George, and Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, St. George. Pick up your tickets today. The Epic Marriage Conference, Roadmap to Intimacy. See you there.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-Con and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with my wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Only Willie Gui.
Let's take the call.
Oh, you know we have a call.
Hello?
Good morning, Mastercard.
Morning.
Good morning, Igwe.
How you doing? When you're coming in the studio?
I'll let you know.
All right, okay.
Definitely, I'll let you know.
How things?
I'm good, I'm
Bless
good.
Women's Day, big up yourself because the women's future are bright.
Thank you. And happy International Women's Day to all the listeners and so forth.
Yeah.
So at this point, I just want to say how a man thinketh. I'm coming. How a man thinketh, so is he. Let me take out the radio. So, in regards to the last caller making mention of that particular individual calling on the radio program this morning and speaking about the opposition and the racism and all these things, and them right now, I think our own Grenadian women, our own Grenadian citizens are being, I think, it's they've been discriminated against. Not I think it is a reality. We have the history, we have the facts to prove it. The sending home of majority of the persons that were under the monitors and sanitizers program, they were women. Majority of them were women. The ladies in the office, the men, ladies and men in the office, and all the women who were sent home.
Even those who are doing the census, they're not paying them too.
Yes. So, I mean, to speak about the new National Party or the opposition trying to create division and racism and all these kinds of things, and them is so false. It's very false.
So, this person the caller referred to, in order for him to get to or continue to suck titty, he had to do that.
Well, of course.
If you don't do that, you don't get titty to suck.
Yes, and look at it that way. He has no. I mean, where is his position at the moment? What's his position at the moment? So I guess as much he has to speak for what he has to get or what he deserves or whatever. I don't know. But the new National Party has encompassed all and sundry. They have actually. You remember the GTA, the Grenada Tourism Authority lady. From outside in the region, you have persons they employ people from outside in the region. They employ Grenadians, regardless of color, and the greatest division in Grenada right now is being done by the National Democratic Congress. I make no apologies for that statement.
So you didn't hear about the new legislation there out?
I'm coming to that. There's two other points I want to make. I'm coming to that. The greatest division. The biggest division, the greatest hurt and pain created by any government in the history of Grenada is this present administration in National Demo. They are hurting people. People are hurting because they are sent home without any recourse. People are hurting because they're at home and they have nowhere to turn. There are people who don't know what they're cooking when the day reach. There are people who don't know how they're paying their bills when the day reach. And you talk about taking out $10 from Grenlec. That is not enough. That cannot suffice. That cannot suffice for us, because if your bill is $355, it means that only $10, $345. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? Trying to take out $10 and talk as if that's something big. It's grand. It's not grand. The reduction of the current bill should be visible. $10 is not visible. It does not create a relief. So at the end of the day, I mean, the biggest division in Grenada created right now is by the National Democratic Congress. The biggest hurt for the Grenadian citizens right now is by the National Democratic Congress. And the biggest failure of a party right now is the National Democratic Congress. I make no apologies. Everybody know how I stand. The other issue is regarding the electronic, the article I saw. Somebody sent that to me yesterday, and I had to get clarification. And with the clarification, I am not liking that at all. It means that if I call on your radio station with some information, that the police would be entitled to come to my house and take my phone, and I would have to give them my password and give them all the information and them I have on my phone. And how I see it is that we are not protected. The citizens would not be protected by this bill. Bottom line.
All right.
That's how I see it. I mean, I could be wrong.
That's a salient reasoning.
Yes, I mean, we are not protected.
We go do a little bit of digging in it although we we'll resolve and we'll get into the meat of it, but we'll
on Friday you have more time.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So that needs to be explained to the Grenadian people. What this bill is, because at this moment I feel like the government could just walk in your place, do what they want, and take what they want, and get any information they want. So the citizens right now are not protected. We have to be careful of what we say. We have to be careful of what we send out there. We have to watch we back. But under the new National Party, that was never the case. That thought never came up. You had a fella on a radio station, on Facebook, every day, calling Dr. Mitchell all kind of names, all kind of information coming out from his mouth. All these things and them, and not one day, nobody ever tried to put a gag on his mouth. Not one day. You have people coming in and say all kind of nasty things about Dr. Mitchell, and not one day they ever get a gag order. And at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this: if you're doing the right thing, for the Grenadian people, then there's no need to put any gag order on anybody or to silence anybody. Do the right thing. You want to imagine you're going to the ministries and having people sign confidentiality documents. They can't say what is happening in the ministries. How is that when you are elected a public figure? The Ministry of Agriculture is a public, they are all public. Certain things you discuss, yes, and in stuff you probably would not want it to reach out there. But then it's that you cannot force people to keep silent what it is that you have to hide. If you have nothing to hide, then all these things and them would not come to fruition. So have to, these Grenadians better see. They better see what's happening, and stop lying down and take the death like sheep. We have to not take with death like sheep. And then the other thing, this thing, Karakou there, with these people and them, they're taking that letter and talking about that's the hot I'm talking about.
And what's strange about it? What's strange?
Grenadians feeling right now the biggest hot and pain Grenadians have ever felt in this history of Grenada is under the National Democratic Congress. Why would you do something like that? Why not come and say, as a matter of fact, that you know what they do? They throw the former Minister of Housing under the bus. Saying, I find that's what they're saying.
She quite capable of defending herself, so I say she quite capable of defending herself.
Well, right. Defend herself, that's your business. But at the same time, what I'm saying to you is, you telling me that this 100+ applicants, you couldn't go back and sit down and do it over?
Time longer than
coming out and make a big public statement about the letter being null and void. Come on, you want to look good in the eyes of the people. You cannot look good in the eyes of the people coming and say these letters and them is null and void. You're just hurting people. You listen. There's going to be a record. There won't be no record. From here on, there are people who are ready to take the streets. There are people who are ready to take the streets. I'm telling you, they are ready to go there, and not no violence or create no problems. It's just a peaceful demonstration to say, well, we are dissatisfied with the happenings of this present government. And you telling this is the hurt and the division you're creating. You're creating more division. You said when it was there you only employ people. That's a joke. A joke, first of all. But at the same time, this is the hurt, the discrimination, the division that you create in this country at this time. This is too much. You didn't even say, well, okay, let me call these people together in a meeting and see how we could sort it out, show some empathy. Nothing you say in your mouth shows no form of sorry or empathy.
You have a phrase they just use, man.
How you could run your country and are you not seeing that you're creating more division? Do you think that what you're doing is going to get you re-elected well, I don't know if they're going to stay that long, because if Grenadians stay there and take this kind of pressure, good for them. Good for them. But you can't tell me that at this time you want to salvage the little time you have. Try and salvage yourself so that at the end of the day, maybe you might spend a year, 2 or 3 more. But you're not doing that. You're just creating more division and more hurt People are going to get upset. They're going to do things that they won't like. This gag order and thing they want to put on people there, they have to stop that. They have to stop that.
All right, caller.
What you doing today?
Me?
International Women's Day, you know.
Yeah, you coming up the arena today?
I want to. I'm not sure if
I seriously consider it, but just two things I want to just comment on based on what you say. The first one is reference to the caller and some Mr. Terry was on some Shaggy.
Yes.
Now the question is, and that's what they always does. Who put the article on WhatsApp? Was it they show it is NNP or do it to people who have concern that already have the first thing? So you're assuming that. Secondly, he spoke about ageism because he's speaking out age. But remember, let me because I like to be clear, very, very clear. Ageism, and I go in the dictionary. Prejudice or discrimination on the grounds of a person's age. But that wasn't the linchpin of the campaign. How Keith Mitchell old?
Yes.
So you see, answer all these fellas enemies. So now it's about ageism.
No, it's about ageism.
Because he do songing well for them.
The article was not. I don't see the article stating that it's from the New National Party anyway.
The next thing is Grenlek, and this $10. That just cock and bull.
Well, I don't understand.
$10 they say they giving, but the levy. You know, levy of $10, so that negate the $10.
Yes.
And up on the levy, you have what you call VAT. So why it could be less? And you already lose the 25% on non-fuel charge. You see how these people and them...
And they cap the gas price, so that $10 don't make a difference? Because if you don't cap the gas price, that means that the gas, it will make a difference.
So and then you talk about the usage of kilowatts which they drop, so less people benefiting. So it don't make no sense.
Well,
but on another program, we go get more into
yes, it's a lot.
That thing.
Every single day is some new nonsense. If it's not the labor commissioner, is this gag order they want to put on people there now, and then you're talking about
they want to they want to cover the corrupt thing.
Yes. So at the end of the day, people not getting to feel a sense of relief.
We're not having good government, point blank, and I want them to challenge otherwise. We are not experiencing good government.
And then you have the MPs now coming and as if they're GIS, coming and state the things that they plan to do. Half the things probably was since from NNP time they had in...
Well, I see they claiming all NNP projects as theirs.
Well, at least they get it done. But at the end of the day...
At least they get it done. Contract and thing they sign already, you know.
They need to start doing... As a matter of fact, let me tell you, they need to get to the nitty-gritty of it. Start helping the people that cannot help themselves or struggling. That's what they need to do. Get down there and start helping the people and stop all this old commerce they're creating in Grenada right now. Have a good morning.
All right, bless. Igwe, you have to hold the line a bit because I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
I need to say something. Laws are rules that bind all people living in a community and a country, Igwe. Laws protect our general safety, one, and ensure our rights as citizens against abuses by other people, by organizations, and by the government itself, Igwe. That is instructive. Because I give that rationale because I need to speak on something here. This bill that everybody keep talking about. I need to speak a bit on it because it is baffling, and you ask yourself if it is an attack on freedom of speech and the rights of individual. Igwe, here on the People's Parliament last Sunday, just Sunday, I did a piece and I said, let's put a light on freedom of speech and information, not knowing about this bill. But by the character, I don't know them, Igwe, by the fruits you know them, because character and pregnancy cannot be hidden. And I want to read it again so persons could understand. So callers, just bear with me a bit. Because that is information you need to know and to understand what here is at play. Like I say, I have not read the full text of the bill, but what I browsed through so far, I would think. So now, Igwe, I read that last Sunday, and lo and behold, by the time Tuesday you hear about this bill to mischief the nation. Bearing in mind, I explain what laws are. Now, since June 23rd, a strange and ugly practice has started regarding censoring, stifling of information that should be in the public domain and should be the public business, Igwe. Grenada has grown accustomed to receiving information at least every week.
Every week.
On policy changes of the government, on projects, and other cabinet decisions. This ended after the last general election. We are at a stage where the government speaks to us sometimes and the public is screaming and bawling with their mouth shut. Igwe. When the PM or ministers speak, any blind or deaf, even Dormy James, could understand that the information they sharing is censored, in so much as when we have in the post-cabinet with the Prime Minister, always want to be around because he want to keep the rest in line. So when they watch him, they can't say what they want to say. They want to say what he tell them to say. Leadership by avoidance. And in most cases, Igwe, the information they're giving us, when you check it out, is lie, falsehood. It's not the truth. It's the truth causing, the bad causing are the truth. So it's not the truth, Igwe. Take, for example, Igwe. The Attorney General had this press conference, but at the end of the press conference, Igwe, he leave more questions than answers. More questions. Only God knows what really happened with the Labour Commissioner. Igwe, and that is the government. The government has made it their way of life to pose, because real picture, school opening this, juking tattoo in hole in the road, and they're using GIS, the state entity, to follow to make them, give them political recognition. They personalize the ministries like it's theirs, not the people own. If they kiss a frog, you see it on Facebook, Igwe. First time in our history, Igwe, persons are coming to leave their cell phone outside to fear that they might record the vomit, the garbage, the lies that is being spoken during the meetings. What are we coming to? Is this classic decolonization or revolution 2.0, Igwe? That sparks the kind of totalitarian environment. Igwe, just now, we won't be able to go on Google and use the internet, because you just go and take your phone and your device and search it. So for us have to find ways of hiding the information maybe in the cloud. Already, Igwe, there's suspicion that certain state machineries are used to tap phones and listen to phone conversations illegally. But we know about them, Igwe, and we go expose them. We know that. Call a hold on, because I need to give you that information. So in short, the government is attempting to control the narrative and feed us what they want. Classic decolonization. And that will cause leaks to continue. Remember, as I said, the people know what is Calypso. So that happened, Igwe. And then yesterday, Linda Straker did a piece, and I want to read the piece because I want to tie everything in, Igwe. And I want people to understand. The Deacon Mitchell administration is set to debate and approve the 2023 Data Protection Bill, which according to the explanatory notes is seeking to establish a new framework for managing the processing of personal data in Grenada. However, according to the proposed legislation, if a magistrate is satisfied by information on oath that there is a reasonable grounds for suspecting that an offense under the law has been or been committed, the magistrate may issue a warrant authorizing an authorized officer to enter on such your premises. And this thing, they say any time of day, you could take any rest and they just wake you up. The search warrant will provide for the authorized officer to inspect, examine, operate, and test any equipment found on the premises and which is used and intended to be used for processing of personal data, and to inspect and seize any document or material found on the premises and which may constitute evidence in the commission of the offense. It will also require any person on the premises to provide an explanation of any document or other materials found on the premises, and to require any person on the premises to provide other information as may reasonably be required to determine whether the data used has committed an offense. Section 33 of the legislation sheds online. So in effect, what they're asking you to incriminate yourself in. If they come in your place, and the Constitution guard against self-incrimination. So I don't know how that go work out, Igwe. I really don't know how that go work out, because this thing, to me, is a serious attack on freedom of speech and information. The use of technology is quickly becoming Grenada's worst enemy as the new government attempts to introduce a new piece of legislation to muzzle the population. It is a continuation of trying to block out constitutional right and freedom of speech and conscience, and stem from the leaks that have become a commonplace. Which color are we coming? The point is the point is, Igwe, here, was the bill discussed among the population? Even they know that they closing down marketing board, but they go all about and have consultation. Did they have consultation on that bill? Did they pass it to the Bar Association? Does the police have any idea about a call to police and they say they don't know about it? Who's supposed to be in the know? What's our civil society, the churches? And if that don't happen, why are you trying to rush the bill? A bill of that magnitude? With all the deficiency with the current Electronic Crimes Act and what I need to influence the current attempt to block that, what is the purpose of that piece of legislation? The technological advancement made over the last 20 years to include equipping schools and learning centers with the internet and to drive education and access to the world of information, and artificial intelligence can become our greatest enemy if we allow that bill to come true. So that bill is bad. But just on the face of it, Igwe, I will speak a bit on it, just on the face of it. One, it mentions something about whistleblowing and so on. But the minister in that whole bill, Igwe, has the power to determine what is an offense and what is not. So if friends could say the same thing the enemy say, and he decide what the friends say is not a crime, and decide what the enemy say is a crime. That's the bad thing about it. And Igwe, the authorized agents here, they could mischief you. And what the bill saying, they have no consequence. But how you could have a bill where people could do anything they want and you don't have consequence to it? You see, they cannot be charged. Or authorized persons, so they could mischief you. And we've seen the onset of true dictatorship in this country. And that's what is concerning to me, Igwe. Let's take a call if you have it, Igwe.
Let me see. No, we have not.
And that's what is concerning to me, Igwe. Because what you find happening here, Igwe, this thing giving power to all these people for the wrong reason, Igwe. The minister, which presently now is the prime minister, could determine what is a crime and what is not. One man. There's no guarantee of privacy, Igwe. So you don't have privacy, you know. So where they hate real FM already, they could just come inside and take everything here and go, you know, and still ask you for the password and thing to incriminate yourself. You know. And really, we have a call? Good morning, let's take the call. Morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, I'm just listening to the cell phone business that people have to leave their cell phone outside when they're going to work. They can't go in with it. Now, let's take, for instance, one person who's working in there, in the government, whatever office you are in. They have someone at home taking care of an elderly person of theirs or a sick child, whatever it is. And something happened, some tragedy happened in the house, and they want to get in contact with the person at work. How would they do that? And even if the person leave the house and try to go into the workplace because they cannot get them on the phone, they might be met with restriction that they can't enter. What kind of life we getting into in Grenada? The Tantan Matut? Man, I think it's time that people think and that this government do something and think, because all of us going to follow it, you know, not only NMP, you know, NDC too.
Because the same stick will be the black dog does be the white one. You know? Hello? It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad.
It's very, very sad. Well, I listen to that and I keep bothered, you know, going my head around. How on hell you could do such a thing? You have your phone as a way of information to get in contact with you people back at home when you go to work. It serves many purposes. You understand? And you have to leave it outside? So where's your freedom?
Sad caller. Have a blessed
God
day,
help
caller.
us, yes?
Have a blessed day, caller.
You too.
All right. Igwe, you have a next one? Igwe, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Landline.
There you go.
Good morning.
Caller.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Okay, what's up?
Happy International Women's Day to all the female of the country, Grenada, Caribbean, Diplomatic, and far extend the world. All the former parliamentarians, NDC, NMP, GLP. Master Carl, you touched on some rather interesting topics this morning. And I will focus in on the information bill this passed. And in hindsight, I understand the bill and I don't like it, but if they want to do what I want to do, they're going to do what I want to do. NDC have a mantra of trying to censor people. Lately, I've realized that. They're cahoots. They're people who are calling programs now and saying that apparently we or NMPites are spreading propaganda and typing messages.
They just know
Just
that?
like they're saying that everybody in Grenada who support NMP is dumb and stupid. That is their go-to word. But let me tell you something. What I have realized over the last 10 years, or even more, and I'm sure you will also realize that, the advancement of technology and information sharing started basically with Facebook and Tagged and Instagram and WhatsApp, right? So these particular mediums has to be censored. We saw it happen in the election in America with Donald Trump and who got banned and all kind of thing like that. In Grenada, I keep saying, since this NDC was formed in 2021, I've been saying it over and over. This party resembles the Republican Party of America. The members, the utterances, the PM, his demeanor resembles the radical Republicans. I don't care what anybody says. If people look at politics and they look at all what's happening around the world, especially in American politics, they will understand what I'm saying. So censoring us now, it won't happen. It cannot happen because there are many other mediums that will take over, right? What the NDC is scared of, they had one person apparently in the wilderness that was boasting, I alone in Grenada doing this and taking on the regime and going on. What that person was defeated in is that people like me, people like you, people like Igwe, Royalty and others step up to the plate. And we are also technically savvy to deal with it. So there's no information that you can bring out that we cannot dispute. And we can do the facts, and we can do the clarity, and we can take with time, and we can explain it. So when they come with any bill they want, they could bring a bill and say no cell phone use. They could come here and say, well, Mr. Peters, they want to see your cameras. They could do it. But they cannot stop me from talking in public. They can't stop me from talking on the radio, and they can't stop me from talking ever. So it's due process. So you guys have a good day, and to all the ladies, once again, all the females, have an International Day.
You coming up Harry now?
I'm just talking to my lady, and I'm asking her if she want to go someplace far this afternoon, and she's like, she's there, and we're contemplating, so.
All right, okay.
You never know. So you guys have
Once you come in, show, let me know.
Yeah, I'll call you, yeah.
All right, okay. Yes, Igwe.
Mm-hmm. We have an next one.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Igwe. Call.
Yes.
Yeah, pertaining to this bill here, if we all take the time and go back and look, this thing is very serious. It's heading some place, it's smelling. Now, if you go back and remember the revolution, it started first to begin with the division of the military to some whatever. If you listen carefully what this government is trying to implement, remember they start with the police. If you notice, they start shifting the police around and they start putting who here and who there, and you see where they are going. You see where it is going. We got to pay attention. We got to pay attention. Thank you.
Yes, man. Yeah, Igwe. So these things, as you call us, it smells. Smells. So, Igwe, first of all, Section 3 basically say you go asking a man to self-incriminate. Incriminate himself. And the Constitution speak about man have freedom and rights and so on. So I don't know how he will stand up about that. Let's take the call.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, a long time I didn't call.
Yeah, man. What how things?
Me call to extend my best wishes for Women's Day. And best wishes to Mr. Sylvan McIntyre and his son that get knocked down. My sympathy towards him. I know him for a while. He's from my area up here, so my sympathy towards him. Thank you.
Igwe, what is interesting here, Igwe? This government suspect everybody here as criminals? That bill was speaking well. But
they don't get into that.
And they go use that bill, they go weaponize the people and use that bill against the political opponents.
Grenadians are standing for
But they setting up themselves for one time, everything they're digging themselves deeper.
Yeah, Grenadians are working out.
Yes, morning caller.
Morning, Master Carl.
Hey.
Good morning.
Morning.
They are tuning since earlier.
You deal with them?
John Stick, happy International Mother's Day. Sorry about that. They telling you call back, but maybe you didn't pay attention.
Yes.
Anyhow, Zimwe, I want to
morning.
say good morning to the Grenadian people. all the women in the world this morning. And we have some special women that God has chosen. In Grenada, like Miss Yolan Bain Osborne. Good morning to you, Mom. Good morning to your mom. But all the ministers, Miss the one from Victoria that spoke this morning, you really make me cry, Miss Modest.
Yes.
Take a bow. You know, all the women in the world, God has chosen you. You're one of them, like Miss Yolan Smith and all Miss Day. Take a bow, Grenadians, and all the women that they send home in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Today, I would like to hear them women, but in the cabinet say something about women. Oh God, Lord have mercy. Also to that lady that spoke, my good friend, she talked a book about Grenada. Right? Jolly had to come and shake Miss Camian. Master Carl, when I hear about this law, these people want to do, they want to shut us up, but we won't shut up. We will continue speaking for our country. We will continue. I am calling on all the people in this country to hold on and keep praying and hold on. Hold on, you all see what is going on. Well, Grenada now, Hitler. They got to line up for food just now. Could you believe that?
Even on the plantation, they couldn't stop Calypso.
You understand? They really take us for a ride in this country. I am calling on Grenadians. Keep the faith. Keep the faith, Grenadians. I don't understand what is going on. And it's still a Grenadians that is suffering, Master Carl. And they're saying it's good. These people, that up to them. You call a man baby Jesus. All you blind, all you deaf, and you all stay all you qualified lawyers. Or you go to all university, and that's why you're treating black people in this country. Something has to wrong with us. Something has to wrong. All the women stay strong. All MNPI, all women. And I have no what? Master Carl, I want to say something last year. Blessed and wonderfully. And we will continue speaking, because this is our country. This is our country. Dr. Mitchell and Mr. David, everybody, good morning. KB, good morning, wherever you is. And as one of the callers said, we have to take the street with a placard. We don't go and fight. We end with voice. And nobody in Grenada will shut me up. Nobody, no prime minister. My God, my king, he's my protector. Have a good day, Grenada.
Bless.
Even the question is, what is this government afraid of? Why they afraid the scrutiny? Because they don't want us to see a minister get $2.3 million. You understand? They don't want us to see persons walking inside lotto receiving contract for equipment and not inside lotto, and you know. They don't want us to see those things on them. But let me tell them, they try that same thing with Calypso on the plantation and Calypso surviving. So, River can never beat sea Igwe.
Never.
Let them know that River can win sea. And let them know one term they're making, let them set up things for their own demise. One term Igwe. Igwe. One term. Yeah, caller?
Yeah, he do.
Morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
And Master Carl.
What's up?
Yes, man. Good program. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the women of the world celebrating International Women's Day today. And I want to say hats off to you, you know, mothers, daughters, nieces, everyone. Take your rightful place in society. And the men that in full support, because I've been hearing some men on the program reaching out and wishing out, including you all guys, you know. Keep up the good work. And I want to say that the NDC party, never in the interest of the low strata, the low income people in the society. And you look at the track record, 1990, 2008 period, and even now. So, what is so amazing and what is hurting them, the people are speaking, the people are hurting, and the people are not sitting down and living the advocating, and the people are speaking out on their feelings and their hurt. The ordinary people are speaking, and that is what they are afraid of. So you want to censor the whole nation but speaking out on the issues? They are affected, people going home, people going back to do ills of the society, abuse, prostitution. I don't saying people going, but the avenues are being created and all kinds of things. And one class of people, the upper class, that benefited. And what is the situation down there with the poor and struggling people? And the people are getting up and speaking out. And those of strong meat are speaking out for them who cannot speak. And that is what I like about. So let's continue speaking out and thinking about especially our poor and working people and women. Stand and take your rightful place in society, and let's work for the political, economic, and social benefits for our people. God bless you, Pascal, and everybody, and looking to see you all at the arena this evening. Thank you.
All right.
Bless, man. Igwe? Thing grimy.
I find the thing getting grimy.
I take it.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, caller. How you
Good
doing?
morning. Good morning, Igwe. Good morning, Mr. Carl.
What's up?
I'm all right, thank you, but I'm not all right. But
No, you can't be all right with this shopping is it only people in Carriacou. How could you be all right?
I know it is terrible. It's very, very terrible. I cannot understand it. But I want to ask you one thing. Are we living in Grenada? And we have a democratic right
Transformation.
to our freedom?
Transformation.
Are we living in Russia? Are we becoming a communist country? Are we? What is this is going on? It is a wonderful day today, congratulating all the women, who is International Day today for the women. Women will win our confidence with pride. Today we're being destroyed. Master Carl, I ask you this. Remember the good book say, the devil coming to kill, steal, and destroy. But they voted for the devil. You put away the king, and they bring in the wicked devil to keeping us in darkness. So we're going back in the dark days. We belong to the light. That's the reason why we have freedom. Freedom of speech to say what we want and do what we want in a certain way. We respect the law and order. But what he's doing now, he's killing us. He's killing us. We have to fight for our freedom. And the reason why, hence the reason why the lady from England came in and she was, what is they going to pay for reparation to the people of Grenada?
Yeah.
Right? Because we was in slavery, so the same place. So instead now we have to walk in the hot sun and demand our rights. We're not in Russia. We're not a communist country. So what is going on? I'm so upset right now because I just heard a death in my family. So you're
my condolences.
So you have a nice day. Friday we'll talk more. God bless you.
Right,
Bye-bye.
take care. But this thing is a serious concern, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is affecting the fabric of Grenada, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it again.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sky Red. Sky Red. The searching for Sky Red.
Sky Red.
That's what I have to say.
All right. Sky Red Igwe.
Yeah, man. The thing, Igwe, we said here the thing go open like book and people ain't believing. And right now the thing really open like booking. Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey,
gentlemen.
Clifford.
How are you?
What's up?
I'm alright for the time being.
Yeah, man.
Yes, in connection with this matter with the house, particularly in Carriacou,
Mm-hmm.
what we heard is that the minister's voice saying that everybody have to reapply and everybody will be treated as a new applicant. So, and as far as we know, there were people that were actually given the keys to the building already. So, this thing is not surprising to me because since the government came in and they talk about the houses, I heard they say that people have to reapply. So I realized what was making up. But it sounds very, very, very bad. For somebody get a house, whatever process that went through, they get the house. And for you to come and tell that person no, that you're not entitled to that house again because X, Y get it or to get it. I think it's really, really unfair. Now, if it was done politically where you handpick people and you handpick 30 NMP for the house, I was totally against it. But the gentleman said that as far as he's concerned, they didn't follow, the committee didn't follow the cabinet decision. Well, he have not told us what was that cabinet decision at the time.
I doesn't believe them men and them straight up.
Right. So to say that no, at least tell us what was and regulation that the cabinet instruction was and what the people were supposed to look for and where they fell short. And that is not said. All he said that they follow the cabinet instruction. So they didn't follow the cabinet instruction. You take away the houses from who were earmarked for it and you're giving it to who? How we know that these persons know has followed the cabinet instruction? How we know that? Where is the accountability? I will hope that the opposition ask those questions again too.
All these questions are being asked, they don't answer them.
Well, I understand on Tuesday will be a session in Parliament, but to me that's be restricted to that bill, so the opposition may not get the opportune time to ask it, but some other means of look into, because it seems to me that every time Parliament open now, they come with a particular bill, and that they prove that, and you know, you're not above to get any other questions in. And that is very, very serious. Very serious. We only get, from people like you all that will give us some information. But that's serious. I will want to know what was the cabinet instruction that the people who was the persons for the house did not follow. And I didn't hear that from the minister. So I'm hoping that the opposition personnel could perhaps get this answer.
But what I'm saying, Clifford.
At the same time, let me say, Happy Mother's Party, Women Day.
Clifford,
all women.
At the same time, if you're saying the proper procedure was not followed by the past administration or the past minister, why punish those who receive it? It's the same thing they say about faith basin, faith organization. Because if you're blaming the organization, why punish the workers? If you're blaming the past administration for the housing thing, why punish those who already received the keys?
Exactly. And I think Ms. Delma may have to hear her voice there too, because she was the one that spoke on that and the distribution of the houses. So it's really, really not fair. I wouldn't like to know somebody made all the arrangement for the house and to know that for political reasons they are not given a house. I will totally not against that. So I am hoping that we could get some clarification on that.
Because the question is here, Clifford, what they say in short that the former Minister of Housing didn't follow proper procedure in?
Yeah, didn't follow cabinet instruction. And that's sad.
And you hear they bringing up that word again, cabinet conclusion.
Yeah.
But the one they say about it, the 290,000, we don't hear in our own.
But they don't see the people.
But they could see for others.
They don't see that people. I guess I'm the prime minister searching for that people. But we can't go down this road this way. It wouldn't look good. I would like to know that, okay, NDC comes out of office tomorrow and NMP come in and you hitting back the same way. This thing isn't making any sense. All of us are Grenadian, and I hate to know that an NMP are talking to an NDC and an NDC are talking to an NMP. I hate to hear that. It doesn't make any sense. We all have to live in this island. When you go to a shop, you don't want to know who is an NMP and who is an NDC.
No,
when you go and see a football match, you don't want to know that. When you go to online, you don't want to know. When you go in dance, you don't want to know who is an NMP and NDC.
Clifford.
So why divide it?
Clifford.
Yeah.
When you come off the call, go and read Romans 16:17.
Romans 16:17.
Yeah.
If I might not have time to read right now. But
No, don't read no. When you come off the call,
Roman
go and read Romans 16.
Romans 16:17.
17, yeah.
Right.
All right, Clifford, have a blessed day.
We have our next one on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Massacre.
Wago.
Good morning, Igwe. Heidi. Good morning to my Real FM family. Saying happy International's Women's Day to all the women here in Grenada, those regionally, those internationally. And special happy International Women's Day to all the women in Grenada who were sent home, who have been placed on the breadline. Massacre, I grew up with my grandmother. I was loved by my grandmother. My other siblings used to say I'm her favorite. I learned a lot from her. You know, growing up, you hear she say, what in the dark must come to light.
Yes.
And she say, that's why I'm saying those things now. She says you cannot keep a cock underwater unless you intend to stay down with it. And she says, anywhere you see smoke, look out. There will be fire.
Yeah, fire.
Master Carl, I remember speaking to a gentleman. I told the gentleman something. I don't consider myself to be a prophetess. I told the gentleman something. Would you believe exactly what I told the gentleman? He came face to face with it.
Yeah.
He came face to face with it. When I heard about it, I got in contact with him and said, do you remember me telling you that? He acknowledged. He says yes. He says yes. I am saying no. The worst of NDC is yet to come.
Okay.
Grenadians, NMPites, ban your belly.
Because see
the worst of NDC is yet to come. We don't see nothing yet. Those of us who grew up in the revolution, and a lot of people do not want to acknowledge the fact that Prime Minister Dicker knows nothing about the revolution. Anything he knows is what people tell him.
What people tell him.
Yeah. Is what people tell him.
Yeah.
Those of us who were there and witnessed the revolution, we know what went on. Let us not pretend. So Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell was fed with things about the revolution and he now wants to implement it. I want somebody to prove me wrong. Later on, somebody would say, a lady did call on the program and say that. The worst is yet to come. Look at what is being taking place. They want to take away your constitutional right from you. They want to take away that. You know what would happen next? If we continue speaking, we will be detained. I mean, I have no doubts about it. I have no apology in saying that.
I won't stop. I will stay on that.
You continue speaking.
I will stay on that.
That's what they will do.
Till my soul bleed Igwe. I'm so ghetto. That can't stop.
So, we should not be surprised as to what is happening. And I keep saying again, when they were campaigning, everybody went to the campaign and, we listen, we laugh, but a lot of things were said. As the old people say again, it came into one ear and it came out of the other.
All right, caller, we come
our
to the...
Our MP Ingov told us about the Dream Team.
Yeah.
We have the Dream Team running now. We have the Dream Team rolling now.
The Dream Team back.
What do we expect of the Dream Team? What do we expect of the Dream Team? What they did not accomplish in 2008 and 2009, they come back to make sure that they accomplish it. Prove me wrong, Master Carl. Have a good day.
Restorative justice, Igwe. Igwe, I want to read the thing for...
You can read it in a minute?
Yeah. Romans 16:17. Now I urge you, brothers, to watch out for those who create division and obstacles, that they are contrary to the teachings you have learned. Turn away from them.
We'll leave you with that.
All right.
See you on Friday, folks.
Yeah.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share.